Hi everyone, this video is on exercise 12J question 1, and in this video I'm going to do part C. So we want to sketch the graph of f dash x, which means the graph of the derivative of the function. So we start with this part of the curve, which is going down. First of all, since here there is the asymptote of x is equal to -7, that means that the function is undefined when x is equal to -7. So the first thing is that when we have a vertical asymptote, then we are going to have the same, in this case, vertical asymptote on the gradient curve. So let's say here is -7. We are going to have this vertical asymptote because the function is undefined at -7. So this is the graph of f dash x. So yeah, anyway. So okay, now if you start with the left hand side, as you can see, this curve, the gradient of this curve is negative because it's decreasing, right? As you can see, it's going down and it's decreasing. So if you have a negative gradient, that means f dash x is below the x-axis. So if this is the case, so we have a negative gradient which is below the x-axis. So we are going to have something like this because again the gradient is decreasing, so that's why we have this shape. So it's decreasing, and that's below the x-axis. So remember that it first starts increasing very quickly at a very steep in a steep way, but then the rate of decrease decreases. Yeah, so this is the first one. Now, for the next part, we have the curve between -7 and 0. So again, here the gradient is also negative because again, this is a negative gradient, and that means this part is below the x-axis again. But before that, let's also discuss about this point 43. So this is the point of inflection, and whenever we see a point of inflection, then that will be the x-intercept in the f dash x curve. So in this case, that means f dash x is going to have x-intercept of 4. And the reason I mention this is because it's going to be important when it comes to drawing this part of the curve, because this part that is decreasing and it has a negative gradient is below the x-axis. So what it means is that because it's around -7 and continues until 4, so it's going to be something like this. Let's try again. So something like this, roughly like this. And for the last part between 4 and then positive infinity, again, here what's happening is that there is negative gradient, and this part is also below the x-axis. So we are going to have the rest of the curve is going to be like this. So it looks like a quadratic. Yeah, so maybe it's better to try again. Yeah, something roughly like this. Yeah. Okay, that's it for this video, and thank you for watching.